Good morning. My name is Kathleen Won, and I am delighted to be with you all today as we commemorate the anniversary of our founding teacher, Master Sotae-san, entering Nirvana. Sotae-san was born in rural Korea in 1891, and he was always searching for the truth, deep truth, even as a child. As a result, as an adult, that search led him to really engage in a lot of deep aesthetic practices and looking for teachers, which he never successfully found. So his search was his own. And eventually, after many years, he released that search and those aesthetic practices, and he entered great enlightenment. He achieved that in 1926. Soon afterwards, Sotae-san began studying a variety of religious traditions, and he found a true resonance with Buddhism. And he took Shakyamuni Buddha as his teacher, his founding teacher. But when he looked around, he noticed that at that time in rural Korea, Buddhism was really geared towards monastic practice. Temples were located in very rural places. They were hard to reach. And he felt that the teachings of Buddhism were so key, so essential. He wanted to make them the foundation of his own tradition, but he also really wanted to make them accessible to everyone. And that accessibility of Buddhist teachings, that's the heartbeat of Won Buddhism. So Sotae-san's used that focused intention and heartbeat his whole life, creating access, creating things that would bring Buddhism to all people, timeless and placeless in everyday life. And when he entered Nirvana in 1943, he left us a practice that interweaves truth, practice, interconnectedness, inquiry, wisdom, compassion, equality, action, and gratitude. It's what brings us here today. So please now stand as we offer 4 bows to Ilwansang, Dharmakaya Buddha, Fourfold Grace. You're welcome to do full standing bows or full kneeling down bows.
With gratitude, I bow to the grace of heaven and earth, honoring the marvelous gift of nature and the universe. With gratitude, I bow to the grace of parents, ancestors, and everyone who has given me life and nurtured me. With gratitude, I bow to the grace of fellow beings, recognizing the truth of interconnectedness. With gratitude, I bow to the grace of laws, which guides us to live in harmony and create mutual well-being.
Prayer for Soji-san's Nirvana Day.
Palms together.
O Dharmakaya Buddha, fourfold grace, may the grace of heaven and earth watch over us. May the grace of parents and ancestors nurture us. May the grace of fellow beings embrace us. And may the grace of Dharma guide us. On June 1st, 1943, our founding teacher, Master Soji-san, entered their paths. Though many of our teachers have passed away, their spirits and guidance remain clear and bright. We are grateful that they continue to guide us on the great way to liberation. On this day of Soji-san's Nirvana, the priests and lay practitioners of Won Buddhist temples around the world offer this special memorial service with pure spirits and concentrated minds. With wholehearted gratitude, we honor our founding teacher and all those who have dedicated their lives in service to the highest ideals of humanity. May the blessings of our spiritual ancestors return to them 1,000-fold. This we pray.
In honor of Soji-san's Nirvana Day, let us practice guided meditation on Nirvana. Let us welcome our mind and body to be here. Let us welcome our spirit to Nirvana meditation. Nirvana is complete rest and peace. It is the highest ideal in Buddhism. Nirvana is not merely something that happens after death. It can be experienced here and now, in this very moment. Nirvana is a release from samsara, the endless karmic cycle of birth, death, and rebirth. Nirvana emerges when a person attains freedom of mind from greed, anger, and delusion in response to sensory conditions. Nirvana is the complete extinction of desires and attachments derived from mental and physical existence. Nirvana is the essence of Buddhism, the essence of our practice, emancipation, liberation, and ultimate freedom. Dear friends, please take a moment to settle into your seat. If needed, make a gentle readjustment. Allow your whole body to feel centered and relaxed. Now bring gentle awareness to your head, neck, and shoulders. Open your eyes softly without moving your head. Allow your eyelids to relax. You may keep your eyes softly open or gently close them. Tuck in your chin. Align your ears with your shoulders. Allow your hands to rest comfortably. Feel the simple stability of just sitting. Nothing to achieve, nothing to become, simply sitting. attention to your breathing. Breathe in and notice any tension. Breathe out. Release tension. Breathe in. Notice any anxiety. Breathe out. Let it go. Release concerns about the future. Release regrets about the past. Simply breathe. Simply let go. The founding teacher of Won Buddhism, Master Sotaesan, reminds us that the mind is originally free from disturbance, but disturbances arise in response to sensory conditions. Let us restore our true nature by letting go of disturbances. Our original true nature is already clear, already peaceful, already complete. Nirvana is not somewhere else. It is here. Nirvana is not another time. It is now. Whenever thoughts arise, gently notice them and let them pass. Whenever judgments arise, let them go. Whenever worries arise, release them. Return to the mind that is free. into non-being, non-being into being, turning and turning in the ultimate. Being and non-being are both void, yet this void is complete. Dear friends, let us rest in this completeness. Let us rest in this openness. Let us rest in this moment, here, now. For next 10 minutes, together, let us return again and again to our original true nature. Let us be free. reverential invocation. We will now offer the reverential chant in honor of our founding master and all those who have walked this Dharma path before us. Please gently rise. With palms together, with palms joined, after each invocation, we will offer one bow together with the sound of the bell. Tathagata, the great master Sotaesan. 봉청 이런데도 내가 가서 이런데 업창건하신 원각 성존 대종사 소태산 열애위 저희 모두 일심으로 삼가 봉청하옵나니 이 도량의 조가마사 임의성에 응하소서.
Tathagata, the great master Sotaesan, we pay homage to you for illuminating inner freedom and revealing Buddha Dharma through the light of Ilwan.
봉청 enlightened masters and bodhisattvas 이런데도 계승하사 이런데어 분전하신 전불심종 법륜상전 종사위 이런데도 봉찬하고 이런데어 보이하신 광행불사 화피대중 대봉도위 대호법위
Enlightened masters and bodhisattvas throughout history, we pay homage to you. Through the light of Ilwan, you have led great exemplary lives of wisdom and loving compassion.
봉청 sages and saints of all faiths 대도대덕 증득하사 재생의세 선창하신 동원도리 원통만법 선성가귀
Sages and saints of all faiths and eras, we honor you. You have manifested the highest value of spiritual cultivation by delivering sentient beings from suffering.
봉청 dedicated ministers and dedicated laity 이런데도 봉대하고 이런데업 전무하신
공원불사 무아봉공 전무 출신 각등위 이런데도 신봉하고 이런데어 겸찬하신 협천불사 후보 봉공 각등위 출가 제가 교도위.
We honor you, dedicated ministers. You have cultivated Buddha Dharma in all of us and championed perseverance, commitment, and selfless service. We honor you, dedicated laity, who have supported and upheld Buddha Dharma, the great way of Ilwan.
봉청, all parents and ancestors, 성위자녀 생육하사 이대업에 희사신 개생성자 원효대업 희사각위 등내교도 생육하고 통참교도 근원이신 추원감모 역대조상 일반 부모 선조위.
We are grateful to you, the parents who raised Buddhas, sages, and enlightened beings. You gave them life, and they entered the sacred path of delivering all sentient beings. We honor you, all parents and ancestors who gave birth to us and educated and nurtured seeds of enlightenment within us.
봉청, all sentient beings, 이 대세의 인연으로 이 대도에 회양하실 동기영계 육도 사생 일체 생명의 저희 모두 일심으로 삼가 봉청하옵나니 이 도량에 조감하사 이 미성에 응하소서.
We embrace you, all sentient beings who have existed in the 4 forms of life and the 6 realms of existence. We offer you sincere prayers and blessings. May the light of Dharma affinity guide you along the great way.
Now please be seated.
Hi, this is Nate, and I'm on a 6-week ramble across the country on back roads. In the morning, I can watch my mind setting up an agenda and then have the satisfaction of watching it give up when it realizes I'm not paying attention. So no agenda brought me here. And I'm grateful during my travels to be able to stay in touch with the temple through live stream Sunday service and the Thursday Zoom class. And I'm very grateful to all of you for being part of this strong, lively, supportive Sangha, which I know will be there when I return. Thank you for your practice. Have a beautiful Sunday service.
We are very happy to introduce new Reverend An, who just arrived. So she will be serving in our temple community. So please welcome Reverend An.
안녕하세요. It's a pleasure to meet you. My name is 정은 An, and you may call me An 교무님 or Reverend An. The Chinese character An means peace and comfort. Just like the meaning of my name, I hope to be with you in a warm and comfortable way to help us feel at ease. After a long 15-hour flight, I finally arrived at the North Carolina Won Buddhist temple last week. As I prepared for this journey to the United States, I prayed that I could build warm and meaningful connections with the people I meet here. I am very grateful and happy to begin this new chapter together with all of you. Many people ask me why I chose the path of Won Buddhism and what brought me all the way to the United States. So here is my story. I was born into a Won Buddhist family and grew up attending the temple from a young age. The temple was always a warm and joyful place for me. When I was little, the 교무님s looked like angels to me. The temple members in my hometown often told me and other children, you should become a 교무님 someday. Even though I did not fully understand what that meant, I would simply answer, yes, I will become a 교무님. That is how I naturally grew up in the faith. As time passed and I was preparing for college, my father encouraged me to become a 교무님. However, I hesitated because I thought that becoming one might limit my freedom in my life. Then one day, I attended a youth retreat and I was a senior in high school. There, I saw some students my age making vows to become 교무님s. Watching them, I realized that many other teenagers had ideas similar to mine, And I thought, if they can do it, then I should be able to as well. Also, while I thought it would be good to live a conventional life like other people and build a family, I also came to think that it could be meaningful to take a slightly different path. With the contemplation, I made a vow to become a 교무님. When I was 18, I spent 2 years serving as a student in novice training under the former head Dharma master, Venerable Chwasannim. Each day began with early morning meditation. Many things were difficult at first because they were new to me. I learned how to clean, prepare meals, do laundry, receive guests, and end the day with chanting. My teacher, Venerable Chwasannim, always did even the smallest things with one-pointed sincerity and mindfulness. I was deeply moved watching him share the Dharma with so many people and pray for the peaceful reunification of Korea. Through that experience, I began to feel that if I practiced sincerely, I too could live a life to benefit the world. Although I was often physically tired, I felt great joy and peace in my heart. I noticed myself changing for the better. After 2 years of novice training, I studied Won Buddhism at Won University. At the university, I watched other college students who seemed to live freely and pursue their own careers. I often struggled with some questions. Why am I majoring in Won Buddhism? Why am I walking on this path? To find the answer, I took a year off from school. During that time, I traveled, had many experiences, and spent time reflecting deeply on my life. Through the process of learning Dharma, I came to learn the principle of no beginning and no ending, and the principle of cause and effect. Also, I realized that this physical body is not my complete self, and I slowly began to discover my true self. That realization brought me an inner joy that could not be compared with anything else. As I reflected on my vow for spiritual growth and attaining Buddhahood, I felt reassured that this was truly the path I wanted to follow. After completing 4 years of college and 2 years of graduate school, I officially became a 교무님. My first assignment was at Dongyeong Temple in Iksan, where I worked with youth for 9 years. I constantly thought about how I could help guide young people toward a better path. At the same time, I myself learned and grew so much through them. Sometimes I felt exhausted, but whenever that happened, I thought about the sincere heart. I had when I first made my vow, and it helped me regain my ground. Later, I was assigned to the International Affairs Department at Won Buddhism headquarters, where I supported overseas temples. Through this work, I was able to experience a much larger world and meet people from many different cultures and faiths. However, I felt limited by my English skills and found it difficult to communicate freely. So I wanted to improve my English. Luckily, I had a chance to meet several Gyomunnims who had served in the United States. Their encouragement inspired me to take on a new challenge. Looking back, I began this journey without fully understanding the life of a Gyomunnim, and because of that, I experienced many moments of doubt. But now, I truly feel blessed that I have found the Dharma and walked the path of spiritual growth. The more I practice and study, the more grateful I become for all the people and connections that have guided me to this path. Master Zheng San said, "The blessing of good affinity is the best of all blessings." I have been blessed with many good people in my life, and I hope that I, too, am someone who gives strength and support to others. Among the many temples in the United States, I am truly grateful and happy to have come to the North Carolina temples, which are known as one of the most active Won Buddhist communities in the Americas. I am very excited to have the opportunity to learn and grow together with temple friends who practice so sincerely. I am honored to work together with Won Gong Gyomunnim and Sean Gyomunnim, who devote themselves wholeheartedly to this community. The temple buildings are beautiful. The garden you created looks amazing. I was surprised when Reverend Won Gong asked me to help pull weeds in the chive garden in front of the temple. Back in my hometown, my mother also grows chives, and she always asked me to help pull weeds with her. I used to complain, saying, "There are too many weeds. When will we ever finish?" I even told my mother that maybe we should just get rid of the chive garden because it was too much work. Sometimes I would run away to avoid helping. So, when I came to America and found myself pulling weeds in a chive patch again, I thought to myself, wow, this really must be a destiny I cannot escape. Here in North Carolina, I vow to approach everything with an open and humble mind, free from attachment. I vow to do my best to keep learning every day. Although my English may be limited, I believe our hearts will have no limitation as we walk on our practice journey together. Thank you so much for your warm welcome. 감사합니다.
Big welcoming applause. Did you enjoy her story? Now please go to your chanting booklet. On the back of the page, new additional part. There is no page actually. It's supposed to be 17, page 17. We'll be chanting this together, but why don't we read the Sotaesan's transmission verse together? Being
Into non-being, non-being into being, turning and turning in the ultimate. Being and non-being are both void, yet whose void is complete.
What does this mean? Being into non-being, non-being into being, points to the continuous cycle of arising and passing. Nothing is fixed or permanent, right? All things are constantly changing. Between birth and death, what is between B and D in alphabet? What do we have? C. Between birth and death, what do we have? Change. Turning and turning in the ultimate. That reminds us that distinctions such as existence and non-existence are not absolute realities. The earth is turning, the solar system is turning, the universe is turning. Our thoughts and minds are turning. Beyond apparent opposites lies a deeper truth. Being and non-being are both void. What does that mean? All things are empty of a separate, independent self. Yet this void is complete. This insight teaches us that emptiness is not a barren void. It is boundless, whole, and contains all possibilities. It is the source of wisdom, compassion, and interconnectedness. The emptier, the more we empty what we have, the more we empty our minds and thoughts, whatever we carry externally, internally, there's great potential and possibilities open ahead. So shall we chant this? You see the little moktak emoji, a little two dot. That means we are not chanting, we are taking break for our breathing. So let's chant each syllable, and feel free to harmonize if you like. Sotaesan's transmission verse.
Being into non-being, non-being into being, turning and turning in the ultimate. Being and non-being are both void, yet this void is complete. Being into non-being, non-being into being, turning and turning in the ultimate. Being and non-being yet this void is complete. Being into non-being, non-being into being, turning and turning in the ultimate. Being and non-being are both void, yet this void is complete. Being into non-being, non-being into being, turning and turning in the ultimate. Being and non-being are both void, yet this void is complete. Being into non-being, non-being into being, turning and turning in the ultimate. Being and non-being are both void, and yes, void is complete. Being into non-being, non-being into being, turning and turning in the ultimate. Being and non-being are both void, yet this void is complete.
Last one.
Being into non-being, non-being into being, turning and turning in the ultimate. Being and non-being are both void, yet this void is complete.
Thank you for practicing with us on this special day. My name is Shauna, and I'm very grateful to be here this weekend with you with this special reflection day. To me, Sotasan's Nirvana means finding peace within myself while staying engaged with the world. It reminds me to continually improve my mind and character. Enlightenment is not a distant goal, but something practiced through everyday choices and actions. Adam, how did you experience today's service?
I really enjoyed today's service. I was very grateful to be here this morning. As some of you may know, I'm back home from college for the summer. And it's just really great to be in this community that I'm so grateful for. And it's always very interesting to learn about the history, too, of Won Buddhism and the founding master. And it's just so crazy to me that all these years later and across the world, we have our own great community here.
Our Thursday Dharma study groups continue to explore our new book, Many Voices, Many Insights, American Perspectives on Won Buddhism. And this week's topic is Finding Grace in the Grace of Laws, and all are welcome.
Teenagers, please join us at the Chapel Hill Dharma Hall on June 6th from 3 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. for a teen meditation and Dharma discussion. During this teens-only gathering, we will unpack the threefold practice and explore how it can support your mental well-being and connection to your authentic self.
Well, it's that time again for gardening bodhisattvas. In these hot and dry days, our temple gardens could use some watering and weeding TLC. If you have a little time to help during the week, our weekend, or even today after our weekend Dharma services, please let our Cumanons or Kathleen know. Many thanks.
Children's Dharma Camp is coming up in June, and preparations are underway. If you are able to offer any amount of time to help with the camp, please let us know. We deeply appreciate your support in nurturing and inspiring our children.
And if it's your first time here today, or if you've never gotten an email from us and new to our temple, please consider receiving our weekly emails so therefore you can be informed of all the special events. There's this form out in the foyer on the table, and Reverend Won loves to see everyone's handwriting and learn about what led you to our temple.
Much heartfelt gratitude goes to you all for your kind offerings. All donations, small and large, make a big difference and help our Dharma work flourish.
Thank you for that announcement. Thank you everyone for being here. Why don't we all stretch, raising arms up high, and rocking from side to side, and clasp fingers, stretch up. And breathe in, breathe out, relax, arms down. And put your hands in your heart area. And sit up tall, relaxing hearts, chest, shoulders. Imagine Sotaesan, our founding teacher, is right here, right in front of you for your personal Q&A. Is there any question you would like to ask him? Or is there any word, or are there any words you'd like to share with him? You can use any language. Thank you for this moment, being together, connecting hearts to hearts, and our hearts to Sotaesan's spirit. We are connecting with the root source, our spiritual ancestors' roots. Can you feel your heartbeat? There is expression called Dharma pulse. Heart is like heartbeats. Whatever I am doing on my journey of a practice and learning, I am humbled and grateful to the teachers who created and laid this path for me that is called Dharma pulse, referring to the original teaching. Even though we have a freedom to interpret and apply freely whatever it fits best, we go back to the original source of teaching and the original intention from our teachers. May our Dharma pulse stay alive. Now, why don't we bless one another, closing this spiritual memorial ceremony, Sotaesan's Nirvana Day, by singing morning prayer song on page 13. Dhammakaya Buddha, fourfold grace, I begin a new day in your presence. Today full of health and with peace of mind, may I walk
I meet. Dharmakaya Buddha, fourfold grace. I begin a new day with compassion. Today, making the world a more loving place. May I do all that I can for one world.
Let's raise arms up, hands towards our friends, a little window of the camera. Hello to our friends. See you next week.